7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
Is she satisfied or dissatisfied? She is just a customer, just like everyone else. Like always, giving it to you raw and unedited. Over to you, the short one.
Hello, welcome back to another week of my podcast. I'm so happy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to sing. This is how happy I am. It's raining water. Hallelujah, it's raining H2O. That's my little remix right there. I just can't believe it. The rain's like, I'm just so happy. But please, if I hear another person moaning about the weather, like, oh, it's raining. Listen, we were suffering in the heat wave. And when I say we, I'm talking about the entire country. I'm not saying we as in, just a few people. You suffered, So let's just, I would love to take a minute's silence just to, just to embrace and, oh gosh, and the thing is, the first day it rained, I had an umbrella because, my app is shit. I use the AccuWeather app and it's been saying thunderstorms, rain for the past, 10 years, like every day, like always warning, rain and all that kind of stuff. And the rain never happened. So, but I'm always cautious because with my fake hair, I have to make sure it doesn't get wet. Because once it gets wet, it gets a bit, manky and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, so I had an umbrella on me and the day it rained, I was out and about and I could see it. I was driving. I could see little like droplets on my windscreen. I thought, oh, what the hell's that? I thought, I hope it's not somebody with a Brian May hairstyle and they're sweating and they're, doing some kind of, Kiki challenge dance or something and his sweat of his hair is just dripping on my windscreen. But it was like, tap, 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 tap. That's how the rain came and it was so good. I was using my wipers and I was just like, this is so good. So I had to pop out to Matalan and I've got a story about that to tell you. And the thing is, I could have used my umbrella because I want to protect my fake hair, but fuck no. I was not using I wanted that water to hit my face, hit my clothing. Yes, I end up looking like, Wurzel Gummidge, like a black version of Wurzel Gummidge, and a female version. But it was just so nice because I literally forgot about all the other seasons. I didn't even think they existed. I thought that maybe all this time, oh, look at me going into some kind of mind-tripping event. All this time, maybe we were living in some kind of built-up, westernized desert. Kind of like Dubai, or Las Vegas kind of thing. But obviously, we're nowhere near that kind of extravagante kind of stuff. But I actually forgot what it was like to have rain. I don't know. I can't remember snow. I can't remember putting a coat on. I still got my coat. I haven't packed away my coat, my winter coat, but because British weather and everything. And when I look at it, I keep thinking, why did I buy that? When am I ever going to use that? Oh gosh, it's so good. It's so good, the rain. So anyway, before my podcast turns into a weather report, let's get into it. So, I'm so happy it's actually rained. So let's start off with Matalan. Now, okay, so I went to Matalan because I wanted to buy some pillows. And I was looking for those summer pillows, those ones that doesn't heat up with temperature and you end up having to keep tossing the pillow like every 5 minutes and stuff. So I went to Matalan to go there and it was the last pillow. Now, normally normally I put 2 pillowcases in one pillow, but I thought, you know what, just this once, I'm going to try and just just put 1 pillow in 1 pillowcase. Not a poverty reason, just, I don't know, feel like change. It's raining after all. But anyway, so it was the last pillow set, and so I asked because I saw that one, and then I saw another one from another brand, and so I noticed the sales assistant person, and I hollered at him, hello, hi, can you help me? That's what I like to do. So he came over and he goes, how can I help? And I was like, what's the difference between these 2 different pillowcases? They were both summer pillows and blah, blah, blah. And he said to me, I don't actually know about pillows. And I said, oh, okay, that's fine. Which to me is fine, okay. I said to him, is anyone that can actually help me? And then he said, oh no, it's supposed to be me. I'm the one that looks after this side of things. And I thought, oh, okay. So where do we go from here? That's why I literally said that to him. I was like, okay, so where do we go from here? And he said, well, I would do what you have been doing. I'd have read it and just advised on that. So I was like, okay, all right, cool. Now, then I said, okay, thanks. I was like, there's no, I don't, you're not needed anymore, kind of thing. If I'm supposed to do myself, my own little research, then there's no point you being there. So I didn't say that to him. That was all in my head. And so he walked off to go and continue doing what he was doing on the shop floor. And I had to get my phone out, get my app out, and I thought, okay, let me do the Amazon reviews things. It was like, seriously? Matalan is not like I don't know, let's say IKEA, for example. IKEA has like a bazillion products in there. I hate IKEA, because it's got a bazillion products there, and it's like, once you're in, it's like a whole maze to come out. And, the only good thing I like about IKEA is the hot dogs and the ice creams. But anyway, so I was like, getting my phone out, went to get the Amazon app, scan the barcode and blah, 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 just look at reviews and, do my own little research. So I was there for about, 10, 15 minutes. I didn't rely on just Amazon as well. I had to do a whole Google search and everything. And I was thinking to myself, wait a minute. Matalan, St. Albans, is not huge on products. I'd like to think that if you're in charge of a particular area, you should have some form of product knowledge. Because if you are in that area, you are going to get customers that are going to be asking you questions from that particular area, I remember the time when I went to Tesco's and I was trying to buy watermelon from Tesco's, and because it was not market day, so I was forced to go and buy it. Well, I think it was market day, but it was day of the World Cup, and there was no one there. I can't remember. Anyway, but something had made me go to Tesco to buy watermelon, and my mum does this trick with the watermelon where she taps it and she listens to the sound, but I've seen her do it, never questioned it and everything. So I don't know how to buy watermelon. And I ended up asking one person, and because they were just hovering around the area, the fruit and veg bit in Tesco, and she was unsure because she was pressing it. She did a whole different technique. She was like, how they do CPR? She was literally like giving the watermelon CPR. And I was like, oh, my mum taps it. She's like, oh yeah, I know that trick. I can't remember what it means, like what sound to listen out for. And I was like, I don't know, I've never asked my mum, And I was on holiday. I don't want to, call her and say, how do you because how do you describe a sound? Anyway, so in the end, she literally took 2 seconds to get somebody to come and help me. He knew what he was doing. He was knocking away, knock on several watermelons, and said, there you go, that's the one. And unfortunately, I forgot to ask him, like, what was he listening out for. But anyway, so going back to Matalan, I digress very easy sometimes. So going back to Matalan, they were lucky they were doing a good deal on the pillows, because yes, I could have gone elsewhere. Probably most likely have gone to Amazon. This is what Amazon's kind of winning right now, but because you've got the reviews there, you've got product knowledge there, when they're going to do descriptions, you've got everything there, everything. The only time you contact Amazon is to, I don't know, my thing hasn't arrived, or it's like this, how do I return it, but I was disappointed. But anyway, but a funny thing happened. So while I'm there trying to do my whole Miss Marple thing on which pillow to get, I put the pillows on the hooks in front of me. So I had a clear display of the two pillows. So these two women, they're talking about getting pillows. They're approaching the pillow area, talking about pillows. And then she sees the one that was the last one. That was my number one to get. And she goes, oh, they're the pillows. And she went to grab. She even touched. You should have seen how fast my hand grabbed that pillow case set. I was so, let's say, it was like somebody grabbing your last Rolo, or that last bit of delicious cake, or that last bit of delicious food, or whatever it is. I grabbed it and I was like, oh no, I'm getting this one. And I think she was a bit startled, all right, love, geez, over dramatic. But it was I was ready to fight. I'm not really a violent person, but in my head I was I'm ready to battle. I'll battle for this. We'll draw blood. Let's do a duel. Let's get those guns back in the day, and let's do a duel for this pillowcase set. But anyway, so then she goes, oh, don't worry, because there's other versions. And I was like, okay, yeah. But she did, in a way, she was so polite. She didn't even say it in a sarky way. And then, so she got her pillow, literally just grabbed it off the shelf for another one and just took it away. And I thought to myself, why am I so fussy? I've been here for I think 20 minutes, If security guards are looking through the security cameras, I must be thinking, what's this girl on? Literally, I was there for a long time. But anyway, so I did think to myself, oh gosh, was I right to grab it? I mean, what if I didn't get it in the first place and I met her in the queue? When you're driving and then somebody overtakes you and you meet them at the traffic lights, that old, thing. And I thought, well, now I kind of have to get it. So I literally had to get it. I just stopped my research and just got it. 'Cause I was a bit embarrassed. If I found the other version was a lot better, and then in the queue, she sees me get the other one, not the one that I was very overprotective by, that would have been embarrassing for me. And, I can't handle cringe moments. So anyway, so that was that. So far my pillows are good. So far I'm not flipping them about so far. So that's nice. I get a comfortable sleep. Very comfortable sleep. So let's talk about there's a juicy one I want to tell you about. Should I do it now? Okay, I'll do that in a minute. Anyway, so I ordered Deliveroo the other day, and what I've learned from using an app to order food is don't order it when you are definitely hungry, when you're in the 90%, because you can go crazy with the hanger and everything. I tend to, when the thought comes into my head, that's when I've learned to order, because, delivery times are a bit vague now, especially for me. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? But anyway, so I ordered some Deliveroo and I was fine. It came on time, funny enough. Surprisingly enough, it came on time. And I was excited, opened up my food bag thing, and it was the wrong order. And it was things that I don't really like. And, anyway, that was all sorted with Deliveroo, because they're quite good at, pay you back or whatever. But I did think to myself that I can see why sometimes with Deliveroo, 1 minute you can see one restaurant and then after a few months that restaurant's no longer there. Because to me, I thought, who am I going to be angry with? Am I angry with Deliveroo or the restaurant? And technically, I would, but the thing is, bearing in mind, I wasn't hangry at this time, so I was able to give this a lot of thought, with a lot of competent thought, and I thought, this is a tough one, because if I was hangry, I would be angry with the restaurant. I would be like the restaurant gave the delivery man, woman, mostly men, the wrong order. And because of that, I would judge them. And probably, next time I order from Deliveroo, I wouldn't order from them. Or next time I'm walking past there, like if I'm with a friend or if I'm with some people and I want to go and eat in a restaurant and we walk past there, I'll be like, oh, that restaurant, no, let's not go in there because they gave me the wrong order one time. So you can't trust them, if they give you the wrong order, what else are they doing, behind in the kitchens or whatever, that kind of thing when, you just don't trust straight away. So I think to myself that, and also not this, this order, the food was a bit cold, but also I found at Deliveroo that sometimes the food is cold. Like I have to ping it, And some foods are okay when they're room temperature or cold, if it's a salad or something. But I don't really, if I'm using a service like Deliveroo, or I don't use Just Eat, but let's say Just Eat or Uber Eats or whatever, and they're putting the food in some kind of foil-looking padded packaging, or whatever, I'd assume it's piping hot. What if I didn't have a microwave? When I first moved into this flat, I didn't have a microwave. I got that like a couple of weeks later because Tesco messed up my fucking order, but that's another story and it's in the past. But I would judge the restaurant. So I'm not saying that restaurants shouldn't be with these companies, but it's like, just be careful, just be wary. Is that, shooting the messenger? Yeah, like that old saying, shooting the messenger. But in this case, we're not shooting the messenger, we're shooting you. I shouldn't use the word shoot, but you get what I'm trying to say. But it was disappointing that I got my order wrong. And on that note, let's just take a quick break. So don't forget to look on the website, www.imjustacustomer.com. On Facebook and Instagram, it's I Am Just a Customer. On Twitter, it's I'm Just a Customer. And I tend to be more active on Twitter for some reason. No idea why. So wherever you're listening to on this, click the share button, make a review. I don't care if it's negative, it'd be great if it's positive. But also, if you want to send me a message, again, you can use it on those methods or on the website as well. There's a contact page that looks completely weird. But yeah. So, what else has been going on? So, let's talk about sneezing. So the other night, because I live not too far from nightlife, so the other night I'm there just relaxing, and I hear this guy was like 12, 13 sneezes in a row, but they were so loud. I think he was trying to impress some girls, but they were so loud. It actually made me laugh because I've got a loud sneeze as well. But this guy, it was like he was literally in my room sneezing. I thought, oh gosh, the amount of mucus that's like pole vaulting out of his nostril hairs right now. And everyone was laughing, you know, the people that he was with, the audience that was watching him, they were all laughing. So I thought, okay, that was me. I'd be like, germs. So, before I continue, I just want to give a massive shout out to my new, the ShortOne, I am just a customer BFF. Right, she's got a complicated surname, but I'm going to just give it a go, right? And let's see how I do. I don't know if I'm going to get it first time. Natalie, that's on the complicated part. Well, probably is. Probably I'm saying that wrong. Who knows? Oh gosh, here we go. Erotukitru? Now, that's me just saying it. Now, this is how I think I'm supposed to pronounce it. Erotokritu. I don't know why I went into some kind of accent mode just then, but you kind of do, don't you? Like, you go into the, like, I don't know, yeah, I'm going to Paris, you know, like Paris love, you know. But yeah, so I went into thinking mode, but I hope I got that right. But I did warn her that I might get it wrong. But yeah, but it's a love. That was the first time I said it out loud because I didn't want to practice it beforehand. And it's a very nice name. Very nice name. I like the surname. Oh, as well as the name Natalie as well. So I want to get shouted out by people called Natalie. But yeah, Natalie's a nice name, but I love the surname and the whole thing flows so beautifully. And Natalie, if you're listening to this, if you own a company or anything, just let me know and I will holler it. Maybe not once, maybe not twice, maybe not thrice. Who knows how many times? But yeah, so let's go on to this. Let's go continue with the show. Hey, Natalie, she's my new BFF. Anyway, so the other day I had a little major panic attack. So, as you know, I went to the dentist last week and everything. So that's all, whatever. That was in the past. So the other night I took some tablets. And I was taking 2. And you know when you kind of like just put the 2 in your mouth, you swig a bit of water and you swallow? Well, that's what I thought I did. Until I felt something like roaming around in my mouth. And I thought, shit. A whole tooth is, like literally, like my whole teeth are falling out. Panic. It wasn't. It was just one of the tabs that didn't go. It was wedged between my gum and my teeth. Like, it's not like a gap that's there or anything. It was just like, how did you get there? But it was frightening. It was like, whoo, jeez. I just thought, and for some reason, when I was panicking, I kept thinking it was my front teeth, one of my front tooth. Those went, I don't know what to do. So let's continue about food delivery orders, because I did it twice. So let's talk about Domino Pizza again. So with Domino Pizza, I've given up using that stupid, annoying tracker they've got with the stupid jokes. I'm not going to say the jokes are corny. They're just stupid. Like, who are you appealing to? Obviously not people with a sense of humour. But anyway, I don't, because that tracker thing is not accurate. And they've told me themselves, you know, and I thought, okay, they're just saying that for that particular order. But no, it doesn't work. So order said pizza using the app. Didn't use the tracker. And But I did get the notification to sort of say the pizza's on its way. So I was like, okay, fine. So I went to go and, just casually go and prepare my drinks and stuff like that. And then I sat there, made a phone call, trying to hurry the phone call, but the phone call took quite a while. And I realised, I thought, hang on a minute, I've only got pizza on the way. Called up Domino's, and what's the point of having an app if you end up going to call them? Like, for some reason, I'm finding that's a pattern. You order it, and then somehow you end up calling them, where I think, whatever. I'd rather use a chat service, to be honest. But anyway, so I called them up, and the lady said to me, oh, it's literally just on its way to you now. They'll be with you in about 2 minutes. Okay, fine. I'm tired of arguing with them, and I don't want to be banned, because Domino Pizza is the best delivery pizza. I'm sorry, I've got to say it. In terms of the big chains. So anyway, so I waited patiently for like 10 minutes. I thought maybe they're really trying to find parking and there's no parking. So 15 minutes went by, called up, spoke to a man who said he was a manager. And he said to me, oh, let me just call up the driver. Came back to the phone to me, said, oh, the driver's literally outside finding parking. He'd be with you in about a few seconds. I'm like, cool, okay. Put extra ice in my drink, all that kind of stuff. The ice I had put in before had melted by this point, and the drink had no fizz by this as well. So then, after about 15, 20 minutes, I called up again. And bearing in mind, you can see I'm getting patient. Because I'm trying to allow them just a bit of room of whatever to cover themselves. But they just don't take the bait. So I called, and he was like, seriously, he's not there. And I was like, well, I'm not calling you because I just want to have a friendly chat. I've got other people I can do that with. I don't even know you. I don't even know what you look like. I mean, what do you mean, he hasn't arrived? Of course not. So then he said to me, okay, I will find out where he is. So he puts me on hold, comes back, and he said, he'll be with you in literally a minute. And I was like, okay, but I'm not really far from you, so I don't get why it's taking so long. And he was like, it goes in order of when the thing was ordered, and I'm just like, I just did major eye roll, because obviously, he didn't see it, so I did a major eye roll. And then, again, I waited. Now, by this time, I think I've probably, I don't know. I haven't eaten at this point, and yeah, I was in hangry mode at this point. So, again, I waited for another 7 minutes, and I called up, and all the manager could offer me was a credit note for that store. So it was a refund, but not to my method of payment, but it was to just a credit note against my account at Domino Pizza. And I'm trying to argue with him and everything, because I don't want that. You're just trying to keep me as a customer. You want me to come back to you and go through this ordeal. I don't want that. Yes, of course I'm going to come back at some point, but I don't want you to tell me that you're going to hold me prisoner. No, it doesn't work like that. But anyway, he won the argument, which is, I shouldn't have admitted that, but he won the argument. We didn't win the argument. He basically said, if you don't want your order, you can cancel it. So I was like, when you get to that point of hanger, you haven't got time to start cooking now. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, fine, credit note, whatever, just add it to my account. So, get off the phone, and literally about 4 minutes later, mysterious mobile number is ringing my phone. I answer it, and it's a delivery driver. This delivery driver was on the other side of the town centre, saying to me, I can't find where you are. Now, on the app for Domino Pizza, where it's got instructions to the driver, I've detailed to the point where I'm just one character away, or one description away of telling, giving a description of what I look like. It literally is in so much detail. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing there? I'm on the other side. Oh, I'm really sorry. All right, I'll be there in a few minutes. I hang up the phone. I literally hang up the phone. So I called up again to Domino Pizza, and I said to the manager, he said he was the manager, why is your driver at this place, at place B, when I'm sitting here at place A? And he was like, but he told me he was outside your flat. And I was like, well, he's just called me. So someone's lying someone's lying somewhere in this storyline, And that's when he was like, you know what, I'll just give you a full refund. And, I didn't want to pursue it any further, but I did want to go and say, like how McDonald's have that gold card or black card, whatever it is, and it gives you free Mackie D's for 50 years. I felt like saying to him, mate, I need that from Domino Pizza. Give me one of those. I felt like that, but I didn't have time because at this point a migraine was starting. Not migraine, a headache. The hunger headaches you get. I get them anyway. And then after about 8 minutes or so, that's when the intercom went. And I'm going, hello? And I could hear the driver talking to somebody and asking, is this whatever street? And I'm like going, hello. I'm tapping on the intercom. He's not even bothering to listen out. He's busy chatting to somebody, you press the intercom, then you get the next stranger that comes along your way and says, do you know what this address is? I'm there saying, hello. I felt like an idiot, I'm like, hello. And then I just had to press the intercom button. I just held it down. And I could hear him, because I'm thinking maybe that intercom, that sound is a bit louder than my voice. I don't know, but I was shouting. My throat was hurting at this point. And then finally he came up the stairs. I opened the door, and there's two men. But to be honest, I didn't know the second man was in the whatever uniform, Domino Pizza uniform. I've no idea. I did find it strange, why are there two men? Are these hitmen coming to get me? Disguised as, disguised as Domino Pizza. But I didn't give me shit. I was like, you know what? I'm so hungry. If you want to kill me now. Do it right now. Do it right now. This second, this minute. Just whatever. And he was so apologetic. Do you know what I did? I just slammed the door in his face. And that was the end of it. But, pizza was cold. But I did say to the manager, I bet you the pizza's going to be cold. Oh, no. It's in one of the oveny things. He keeps it warm. No, it was cold. I just put it in the microwave. But, all I got to say is free pizza tastes good. And you know what? Thank you. And the thing is, thank you to Domino Pizza. They actually honoured it. That was a free pizza. I did get my money back. But it would have been nice to get something a little bit extra as well. But, hey ho. So, lastly, I left the best till last. Now, in my previous podcast, I have told you about a particular fruit and veg stall in the market, in St. Albans Market. A particular one. Oh my goodness. So I was there the other day, and this stall, unfortunately, when I say to people the story, they always go, why'd you go back to them? Why'd you go back? I'm like, they're the only ones that sell bloody Greek watermelon cuts. Everyone else seems to sell either whole or not even, I don't know if they do the Greek watermelon, but these are the normal round ones you get to see in the shops and stuff. I don't want a whole round one because I'm just buying for me one. So a whole one, I'll end up throwing most of it away, you know. But the Greek ones, I like them because it's already cut. So I can be like, yep, I know I'm going to finish that. And they're sweeter and a lot nicer than the round ones. The Greek watermelons are the ones to eat. I know it's great to buy British, but unfortunately here I've just got to say, you know, I'm going to channel my inner Achilles, you know, and say in my Agamemnon and stuff and just say like, yeah, the Greek watermelon is good and it's cut. But, you know, when you go there, you do see the flies and shit. But the flies tend to go to the sweet corn that's next to it. And sometimes I haven't used the cling film properly. So the flies do go on the actual watermelon. So you've got to study them hard. Like what I did the other day. So I'm at the market at this particular fruit and veg stall. And the flies are going crazy. I mean, they are in their element right now because again they don't really use the cling film to really wrap, and you know we know how we all are with flies on food. So I have to literally, number one, I have to get there a good time, so especially when the sun's out, because sometimes the watermelons cook in the sun, and I have to make sure that okay, yeah, that one's completely covered. And I'm not there for a long time because I'm using my eyeball, I'm not touching or anything. So anyway, so I've been there for literally about 30 seconds. It's probably even less. So this man comes to me and says, do you need any help? With attitude already. I mean, it had attitude. It had attitude. That's why I had to say man, because those people there, I'm sorry, I don't know. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I'm just trying to see which watermelon to pick, you know, and I even gave a smile, you know, kind of thing, you know, but I knew how this was going to end, but I gave a little smile and stuff. And, you know, I was the kind of like way, cause I'm good, you know, if you chat to me, I'll chat back. I mean, look, if you've reached this part of the podcast and you've been listening to this length, you know I'm a good talker. You know I'm the perfect person to start a dinner conversation. I can start it, you know, or to go out for coffee. Even though I don't drink hot drinks, but I can sit there and sip a cold drink. As long as it's got ice in it, I'm fine. But, you know, it was just like, because, oh, no, I'm trying to, you know, pick the right one. Now, I want you, if you're a shop person, owner, or if you're a customer, which all of us are, if you go and say, I'm just trying to pick which one, what do you honestly think the person that's serving should say? I'd like to think it would be something like, oh, are you looking for size, colour, you know, or something, you know, or to say, oh, exactly what you're looking for. Those kind of questions where you're actually trying to make a sale, right? I mean, they tend to do that in a lot of shops, like, you know, can I help you, man? What are you looking for? You know, oh, I'm just looking for, I don't know, face cream. Oh, is it for oily or dry? You know, do you know what I mean? They're chatting to you. They're trying to get information out of you, and then they can then force you psychologically to get one that you weren't thinking of getting, you know. This person said, whatever, and then completely just walked off and went and served somebody else. And I stood there, looked at him, like, did he just say that to me? And literally, I was so like, wait, what? And this is the same bloody fruit and vegetable. I don't know, and, again, I'm thinking, am I their wrong customer? There's a lot of thoughts going in my head. But if it is, why don't you just put a sign out? Why don't we go back in the day in Britain and just tell it how it is? If that's what it is about, you know, why don't we just do that? But it literally was like, whatever. And then just turned his back and saw somebody else. And the thing that hurt me the most was I actually bought the watermelon. I actually bought it. I parted with my £2.50 from people who didn't even want my fucking money. Like, these people have showed it to me. They haven't said it. They've showed it to me in so many ways that they don't want my pennies, my pounds, my money at all. They don't need it. But I do go back there because they're the only ones that do the Greek watermelon. And you know what? They had other fruits and stuff. And I didn't have fruits, but I wasn't going to buy that. I got my watermelon, the one that was properly sealed, which didn't have the flies eating it before I got to eat on it, you know, and their bloody corn on the cob it looked like a massive bumblebee because you had black flies on a bright yellow sweet corn. It just, sort out your health and safety and your food hygiene. I mean, where do flies settle on? Where do they go the most? You know, I've seen loads of dogs in St. Albans. You know, those flies did not just appear out of nowhere. They came somewhere else before they came to sit on your corn on the cob and your unsealed watermelon. But thank goodness I have to stand there for at least a minute or two, you know, to make sure that the one I'm going to buy is properly sealed. Because if I see a little bit of watermelon that hasn't been sealed, I ain't buying. And geez, to the rest of the fruit and vegetable markets, please do Greek watermelon cut, because I don't want to spend £2.50 to these people, because obviously they don't want my custom, you know. And you know, once I bought it, went to another store, and this store is friendly. I like them. On Saturdays, they're somewhere like outside Clinton Cards, between Clinton Cards and that road thing. And I like them, you know, and I got my nectarines and stuff, but I just thought, oh, please. I forgot to say to them, can you please bring some Greek watermelon? You know, I think I was just so more overwhelmed to be treated like a human being, like literally like a human being, that I actually forgot to ask them to sell some, like, if they can get Greek watermelon, because it hurts me each time. And I love watermelons, you know. They're my midnight snack, to the point where all night I'm pissing all night. I don't get any sleep because I'm going back and forth to the toilet and stuff. You know, because when you're eating watermelon, for me anyway, I forget the water content, even though the word watermelon, yeah, I know. But this particular fruit and vegetable, you're not hurting me, because I've got this podcast, you know what I mean? If you're a regular to the market stores, you probably know who I'm talking about. I hope you don't get it wrong, but you probably know who I'm talking about. I think I've described them enough. But then I just think, if you don't want my custom, just put a notice up. You know, if it's people like me, that's all I'm going to say. Because I don't think it's personally to me, because what the hell have I done? What the hell have I done? I just go there with my little shopping trolley, do my little shopping, and I'm gone. You know, people want to talk to me and chat to me and want to upsell. I'm the person for upselling. I can come to your store and want to spend £2 and I end up spending £10. You know, I'm a sucker for that. You know, but these people at the market store, or the ones I've encountered, it hurts me to spend £2.50 when you don't even want it. Anyway, I think I've spoken long enough now. So we're gonna leave it there. Unfortunately, yeah, it's on a negative note, but to me it's not negative. It just pisses me off, that's all. But at least it gives me something to talk about, right? So anyway, don't forget, wherever you're listening to this, share it everywhere. Natalie, do your thing. And I'm going to say your name one more time. Natalie Jeez, I've messed that up. Natalie Erotokitru. Or Erotokitru. Or, hang on. Natalie Erotokritu. Oh, you know what? I've completely messed it up, haven't I? Oh, you can slate me. I'll allow you. I'll give you a free pass to do that. I'm so... But at least I tried, right? Okay. But anyway, so... Until next week, peeps, especially Natalie, my new BFF. Love, peace, and hair grease.
Oh, this you crazy mother...